welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Mystic Rose. It's so great to have y'all here with me today. Today we're going to be taking a look at how strangers perceive your beauty when they first meet you. So there will be 3 piles to choose from. You can choose based on gemstones or images or some combination of the two. The choice is yours. All you have to do is go ahead and go down to the timestamps down below in order to make your selection. I hope that you'll enjoy today's reading, and if you do, please be sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. If you already are a part of this community, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you so much. Let's get started with your tarot pick a card reading, which is going to be all about how do strangers perceive your beauty when they first meet you. Hi, welcome to your pile selection with gemstones. For pile 1, we have this tourmaline. For pile 2, we have the white coral. For pile 3, we have the ruby zoisite. Go ahead and think about which one you're most drawn to. If you feel like you're drawn to more than one, there could be a reason for that. So feel free to choose however many that you feel drawn to, okay? And this tarot reading is going to be all about how do strangers perceive your beauty at first sight. Hi, beautiful souls. I'm so glad that you're here. If you chose the tourmaline or image 1, you're in the right place for your reading. Today, I'll be using the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. So I'll go ahead and connect with Spirit, but this reading is going to be how do strangers perceive your beauty at first sight. Spirit, please be here with me now and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages. To group 1 about the questions at hand, please speak through me as you always do. Please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, please let us know when strangers first see the person watching this video, how do these strangers perceive their beauty? We have the 10 of Presents, which is the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. We have the World. We have the Star. Nice. We have the Hermit. And we have the 6 of Candles. Dang. Lovely energy. At the bottom of the deck for our overall energy, for your beauty and how people perceive your beauty, is we have the Strength card. So you got some amazing cards here. You really do. You got some really nice cards here. The first thing I'm noticing with this 10 of Pentacles is that when strangers see you, they definitely perceive you as somebody who really takes good care of themselves. I can tell that. And they can tell that you're somebody who invests like time and energy into taking care of yourself. And you like to look and feel good, and it shows. You know, just imagine somebody walking to a room and then people just kind of look and they're like, dang, that person looks good, and they know that they got their life together. That person is you. When you walk into a room with like people, it's like all eyes are on you, and they can tell that you're really feeling good. You have a lot of confidence. You just look like you have a really great either skincare routine, or you look like the kind of person who eats really healthy, or you take good care of yourself. And you don't really necessarily have like a loud or bold type of energy, but you definitely are somebody who's giving off like a nice glow. Your beauty it's almost like the older you get, the more your beauty grows. Yeah, Spirit just told me that. You're like a fine wine. 5 of Pentacles too, with the High Priestess. That's special. Very special. I'll show you these cards. So the 5 of Pentacles And this card together, the High Priestess, tells me as the reader that you have that kind of beauty that just feels like you're untouchable. People see you and they're just like, wow, that person's really beautiful, but I would never have a chance with them. I would never stand a chance with them. I'm getting like out of my league kind of vibes, or like too good to be true kind of vibes. This was giving me that too. So there's like this quiet, soulful vibe to you though, because we do have the High Priestess here. People can tell that you've been through some things, but you came out on the other side with a lot of grace. And people can see in your eyes, they can see a story of who you used to be and who you are now and who you've become. But it's almost like in your eyes, they can see that you're an old soul. And you have this kind of beauty that's very, very like ethereal. And it's almost like a poetic type of beauty. It's hard to really describe. You have the kind of beauty that strangers can look upon and see that you kind of remind them of the kind of person that people write songs about, is what Spirit is trying to tell me. And people could be looking at you like thinking that, you know, you're the type of person that not only people would write songs about, but write like love stories about. The World is here with the Star. This is definitely talking about the main character energy that you have. This is like a lot of star qualities that you have, that people, like strangers, when they first see you, they think that you look like you have a lot of star quality. Your beauty is also universal with the World card here. Like, it appeals to a lot of people, different cultures all over the world would agree that you are very, very beautiful. And you inspire a lot of strangers. You inspire more people than what you realize with your beauty. There's also kind of a glow up kind of energy here. And I think that people see that you've gone through some kind of transformation, or they may just look at you and think, wow, that person has a lot of star power or star qualities. And this is not just the outer beauty. It's an energy that you carry. It's a vibe that you emanate. Your vibe is expansive. Okay, it's big. It's almost like people look at you and they think that you're destined for something big, or like destined for fame. And it kind of reminds me of like Florence Pugh, okay, or somebody that has like quiet but powerful magnetism. If you think about it, Zendaya is kind of like that too sometimes, or even Scarlett Johansson. Just like this very like quiet but powerful magnetism. They're not loud, they're not out there, they're just kind of very, very quietly powerful and magnetic. That's what, you know, that's what your energy reminds me of. Then we have the Hermit with the Six of Candles, which is the Six of Wands. This is a really interesting contrast, I would say, because people actually see you as maybe being somewhat of a private person, or they may think that about you. They could make that conjecture. But at the same time, people do notice that you have a lot of beauty. You're not trying too hard, but you still stand out. You are not the type of person to go fishing for compliments. People can tell that about you. And you almost have this energy about you too, where it's like, you know, you're not really, like I said, fishing for compliments. You're not really there because you want attention, but people can't help but give you attention or like look your way. People see that when they look at you, they see that you have like this introverted energy. That's why I said that's such an interesting contrast, because this introverted energy actually adds to your beauty, and somehow it makes your beauty very deep, very real, if that makes sense. And also too, like when people first meet you, they may think that you have a little bit of a guard up, but then when you drop your guard a little bit and they see you, they think you're just, I don't know, like all the more they see of you, the more layers that you show them, the more you reveal to people, the more fascinating that they think that you are, and like the more stunning that they think that you are. So really, really neat energy. So it's like, it really is like opening up a gift or a surprise. With all these gifts, it kind of reminds me of that. You're quite a gift. We do have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy of the reading. And this talks about your confidence. Like I said, though, like I really don't think you have a loud confidence. I think it's a quiet, powerful confidence. And it's that inner quiet strength that you have. And strangers, when they see you, makes people say, dang, there's just something special about that person. Maybe I can't put my finger on it. It is a beauty, but it is a beauty that has presence. It's kind of a soft beauty. It's a soft power. You have a lot of emotional intelligence. You could be a water sign. You could be a I'm just getting that. Like you could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or Venus. Because you really do seem to have a lot of these watery traits. But, you know, if you're not a water sign, you'd probably have to know your birth chart in order to know if you have that in your Moon or Ascendant. But like, or Venus, or somewhere prominently placed, but like you definitely are giving off the energy and vibes of somebody who's very mysterious, very emotionally balanced, and very in touch with emotions. And also, you're not just somebody who strangers would say is like hot or cute, but you're beautiful with substance. You're somebody who's strong and resilient. You really are the kind of person that has a lot of depth. You're not a superficial person. You have a personal power that you're not afraid to show, but yet you're not showy, which is really awesome. That's why you're such a gift. And strangers see you as somebody who's soft but strong. You inspire a lot of people, especially with your sense of mystery and how you don't just give all your secrets away. You have this timeless vibe about you. Like I said, old soul, kind of soulful vibe. And, well, from what I'm getting here, if you were out in public and people just saw you, they might mistake you for some kind of famous person because you may resemble a famous person, or you just have a familiar face, or you look like somebody who would definitely be on the track for fame. Okay, you've got the beauty and you've got the confidence and a certain element of power and mystery. It seems like the right ingredients in the pie of success. That is what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and dig a little bit deeper. So Spirit, what else do you want to add to this conversation about how do strangers perceive their beauty at first sight? Yeah, you really are extremely beautiful physically, and like I said, your body language, the way you carry yourself. You know, there's a lot to be said about body language and what it reveals about the person. And you can really, really make yourself look that much more beautiful with the right body language. And I heard, honey, your body speaks. You really do have all the right ways of moving your body. You know how to stand. You know how to pose for pictures. And you know all the right angles. Okay? That like really maximize your beauty. The way you stand sends signals to people of confidence, of, you know, and not only that, it really does improve your beauty because you stand with a nice posture, okay, and you stand like somebody who really just owns it, and that can really just amplify your beauty. and it amplifies what you already have. The Temperance card also tells me that you're a very humble person because you're balancing, you're not letting it get to your head that you're very beautiful or very attractive. Like, you know it, but you're not letting it get to your head. You're like an extremely well balanced person with that Temperance card. And let's get some clarifiers. 5 of Cups. Interesting. Let's get another clarifier. The Fool. 5 of Cups. Interesting. Some people, strangers, when they see you, they think that you might leave them out or like you might not accept them. I think they're just intimidated. Even though you're one of the most down-to-earth people, you're one of the most balanced people out there. But like some people, because 5 of Cups is here with the Empress, I feel like people take one look at your beauty and who you are, and then some people just get really intimidated, and they feel like you're going to leave them out before they even approach you. They're afraid that you're going to reject them. And that's really not fair, but in a way, maybe that's Spirit's way of protecting you from people that are the wrong kind of people for you. If they're going to just presume that just because you're pretty or beautiful or confident that you're not nice. I mean, if they're going to assume that, then maybe they're not meant for you anyways. And then with that Fool with the Temperance, the Fool is for being a risk taker or a rebel. It can be about having fun and being free-spirited. So with Temperance and how balanced you are, I think that what I'm really getting is like sometimes people are afraid to take a risk to come up and talk to you. I really am getting that, like with all 4 of these together. They're seriously intimidated because they don't know how well balanced you are as a person. They don't know that just by looking at you. But like I said, like you have a lot of layers. So the more they unpeel and like the more layers that they unpeel, and as they look at you and who you really are, they start to feel more comfortable around you. But at first they may think you're very judgmental or that you think you're too good, you know, that kind of thing. But like I said, this can protect you from the wrong kind of people that wouldn't really be good for you anyways. These kind of people are often very competitive, or they have a low self-esteem, okay? And we don't want people to make snap judgments, okay? So if they're doing that, then they're obviously not really meant for you anyways. That's how I figure. That's what So let's get one more. Okay. Yep. You're very attractive. And I think that you would get a lot more love offers and people coming up to you if they weren't so intimidated. But the Ace of Candles tells me that like a lot of people do get stuck on you. They get very addicted to you. You're very, very beautiful on the outside and on the inside too. But like some people don't know that. But like what they see on the outside is mesmerizing. Sometimes they're very hypnotized and they get a little intimidated by that. They get pulled in like a big magnet, okay? And the Ace of Candles is the Ace of Wands, and it's about excitement. And it's about like a daring, bold energy or an offer. And I do feel like people would love to make an offer to you, but like they're so afraid of starting something new because they're afraid that you'd push them away or reject them. And that's the one drawback about being really a beautiful person, is that it can be isolating. Some people don't notice, some people don't realize that about being a very beautiful person, or being very blessed with beauty can have its downsides. That's where extreme beauty might feel more like a curse instead of a blessing. But trust this, that if you are blessed with beauty, it's not a curse. And you are being protected from people who are not meant for you. So just be grateful for all the beauty that you've been given, because this is truly a gift. And I really do think it's like an outer reflection of your inner beauty. let's go ahead and get some confirmations, okay? For those of you who enjoy the confirmations, and please do me a favor, if you like this video today, please push that like button. It helps the video to get out to more people, and please comment if it's resonating with you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, if you would like to do that, it would really help my channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the support that you give me and my channel. I have another channel too if you haven't checked that one out. But you can find all my info in the description box below. But anyway, we have here Capricorn energy, Taurus energy, Taurus. Oh, we got double Taurus. Let's roll again. Okay, Cancer energy and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant for you, or possibly somebody you know. You know, this could be somebody you have a crush on or something like that. But like, all right. We have a February birthday. We have a May birthday. We have a June birthday and a December birthday. Or somebody here could have been born on the 2nd, 5th, 6th, 12th of any month. 18th, 20th, 25th, 26th, 17th of any month for a birthday, okay? I just got this deck too, like the other day, and I love it. It's so cute. Let me know if you like it too. All right, so I'll be saying some names here. I might say your name. I could say some names of people you know. If that's the case, let that be extra confirmation. You could see your name or initials in the tiles. If you're looking for your name spelled out, you can duplicate letters if you need to, and if everything's there except one letter, it still counts. AJ and Brittany. I heard Larson. That could be somebody's last name. Lawson, Dawson, Dawn. Jay, Jeremy, Kay, Kalia, Dalton, Colton, Colby, Jack, Jackie, Kenya, Carmen, Karma, Esther, Eston, Aisha, Isis, Lexi, Britt, Bree, Bergeron. That could be somebody's last name. Maha, Arya, Alicia, Arasha, Tara, Tara, Tila, Moreno, Jocelyn, Flynn, and Phil, Antonia or Antonio, Vic, Vix, Victor, Victory, Justice, Randy, Camille, Sunny, Paul, Paulette, Lydia, Linda, Ella, Mark, Maury, Maurice, Marcel, Kabir, and Jamal also. And I heard Leroy and Calum. So those are the names coming through here. And you can play Spiritual Scrabble and see if you can, you know, see any words in there and see what you can come up with. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, Group 1. If you need a personal reading, look in my description box below for the information. My prices are really affordable. If you haven't yet checked out my other channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, feel free to do so. I'll link the info in the description box below. And also, if you haven't already heard by now about my Patreon community, I do have a Patreon community for spicy readings and all kinds of different readings. It starts at $3 a month, and if you're not enjoying it, you can cancel at any time, but I think you will enjoy it. And so look in my description box below for more info on how to join my Patreon community. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you could become a channel member for only $5 a month, or there's more ways to donate. You can look in the description box below for more ways to, on how to donate. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated. It does help me to purchase things for the channel, such as tarot cards, oracle cards, candles, and things like that. So again, it's not expected, but it's always appreciated. And thank you so much. Thanks for being here today. Stay beautiful. And until next time, take good care. Bye. Hi there, group 2. I'm so glad that you're here. Today, we're going to be finding out how do strangers perceive your beauty at first sight. So, if you chose the white coral or image 2, you're in the right place for your pick a card reading. So let me go ahead and connect with Spirit and we can begin. Spirit, please be here with me now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to group 2, all about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do. And please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. Today, I will be using the tarot deck that is called The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a Disney, Tim Burton tarot deck. I really think it's cute and whimsical. I just got it a couple days ago, so I really wanted to use it with y'all. Hope you enjoy it. Please remember, if you're liking today's video, as we go along, please hit that like button and comment if it resonates with you. So Spirit, please let us know everything that we are allowed to know about how do strangers perceive this person's beauty, the person who is watching today. And I'm just going to move this down, I think a little bit, this up and this down. Okay. How do strangers perceive the person watching this, their beauty? How do strangers perceive their beauty? So we have the Six of Needles, that's Six of Swords, and Queen of Needles is Queen of Swords. Five of Needles, wow. Okay, lots of swords energy here. Also 10 of Cups. King of Presents is Pentacles. King of Potions is King of Cups. And Page of Needles. Let's see the bottom of the deck energy. 7 of Pentacles. The presents are pentacles and the potions are cups in this deck. And the needles are swords. Let me go ahead and just move these up a little bit. Okay, so, wow. So what do strangers notice about you? I can tell that, like, so right away I see that we do have that Six of Needles there. And like I said, the Six of Needles is actually the Six of Swords. So right away, people see you as somebody who's very elegant. Your beauty is very elegant, but maybe a little bit emotionally distant. If they don't know you, they could assume that you're a little bit distant, but it's in a very like intriguing kind of way. You're definitely somebody who they feel like you look like a very deep person, a deep thinker. When they see you, they think that you look very regal. You just emanate regal vibes in your posture, the way you look. And they may assume that you have very beautiful, like, parents. You know, your family is very beautiful, or like you must come from a privileged family or live a privileged life. People can kind of assume that about you, whether it be true or not, but just based on your beauty and your poise. You seem to have a cool amount of mystery about you that kind of makes strangers want to learn more about you. But they can make some assumptions. I was going to say, maybe not the best assumptions, because, like I said, they see you as very, very beautiful and elegant. But with that Queen of Swords here, it gives off like a little bit of prickly vibes. So I think that some people may misjudge you based on your beauty. Because I feel like some people may think that you're very selective with your energy and with your attention, and that you're not easily impressed. That's what I'm getting. And some people may look at you and think that you're so beautiful that it's a little bit difficult to think about approaching you, okay? The Five of Swords here, I'll just hold this up. And then it's with the 10 of Cups, so I'll hold these together and we'll talk about these. So basically, this combination is very interesting when we have these together. When people, like strangers, when they first see you, they think that you might be a little bit competitive. They think that you have a lot of intensity inside of you, okay? And also, they think that you are a true winner. they look at you and they kind of study your facial, like your facial expressions, I want to say, and your mannerisms and things like that. And they can make all kinds of conjectures based upon what they're observing about you. Some strangers say to themselves that or they think to themselves that you kind of have a fierceness to you. And they may think that you're a little standoffish, but then they catch this like warmth from you. So it's kind of interesting. Like, you may look at them and your eyes twinkle a bit and they're like, oh, that person seems nice, or like you have a beautiful smile. So that's what I'm really getting here from that. You have a beautiful smile, and people, yeah, you may come off as a certain like way, like don't mess with me type of person. But ultimately, like, I feel like people do see that you're a very, very loving person, because 10 of Cups is like utmost amount of love. 10 of Cups is a really good card. So they do see you as like extremely loving. And so it just takes a little bit of time maybe, or just to see you smile or that little sparkle or twinkle in your eye. And then they're like, oh, okay, that is a nice person. But like, yeah, people can misjudge you based on your beauty. People could think that you're self-protective, or that you protect your energy, that you may be a little bit guarded too. Okay, now with the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, what do strangers notice about your beauty? That you are absolutely stunningly gorgeous, to be honest. People see you as very powerful. People do see you as like somebody who's very like in touch with your emotions. You have a lot of depth. And you definitely have queen energy. What do I mean by that? Well, you seem very grounded. And when strangers look at you, they just see you as somebody who's very put together. And they see you as somebody who has a lot of emotional intelligence, and like you're very in touch with your emotions. People can just tell this about you. And you have this kind of beauty that it almost gives Lux vibes, And there's a calmness about you that people notice after a bit of observation. Like, you may come across initially as a certain way, but then after a while, people are like, okay, there's a calm about this person. There's a warmth inside. Okay? And there's a certain classiness about you that strangers notice when it comes to your style. And your voice is very, very soothing too. So when people hear your voice, they're like, wow, what a soothing voice. And there is I want to say like a very steady way about you when you carry yourself, or the way you present yourself to the world. We also have the Eight of Potions, and that's the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Needles is the Page of Swords, as I said before. So what do strangers notice about your beauty, or what do they perceive? I think that people see you as somebody who's very dreamy, like you have a dreamy, faraway kind of look in your eyes sometimes, and people may stop and wonder what you're thinking. You definitely get people's wheels turning in their heads, because they're always like, what is this person thinking? It almost comes across as though like you're always thinking about something, or you're very, very in your head. Strangers kind of think that you're like a very curious person, and maybe that you are a little bit of a loner at times. They may look at you and assume that like you'd rather have your nose in a book, or like you'd rather maybe be journaling or drawing. You could have artsy vibes about you, but they may just kind of assume, based on what they see about you, that because of your mysterious ways and maybe a little bit of shyness thrown in there, that maybe they would assume that you don't want to waste time on like small talk with people. Okay, so they might assume, based on your beauty, that like maybe you're not extremely social, or that you don't like to socialize. And then we do have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy. So strangers perceive your beauty as you're worth the wait, okay? Because this is about investments and waiting for good things to come in. So it's almost like seeing a flower bloom, like, so like a rare flower. And what do I mean by this? Well, your beauty kind of like lingers, okay? It grows on people and it makes a very deep impression. So it's like a beautiful, rare, slow growing flower, I guess, if that makes sense. You're like a rare flower. Yeah. And you're somebody who's really investing in yourself. You look like the type of person that is, or at least people assume that, like, you have goals and you're very thoughtful and you're not just going to allow anyone into your world. Those strangers, they may not always get the full picture of you right away. But they do notice parts of you that may be true, that you're very deep as a thinker, you're very elegant. I feel like that is true about you. They also sense an emotional depth about you, which I think that is true, and emotionally rich. And that you have a magnetic, something magnetic and mysterious about you that sometimes people cannot put their finger on. So they may think, strangers may perceive you as this kind of person where it's like, you're kind of like, please don't waste my time kind of energy. But underneath all that, there's a lot of warmth, like I said. And you have a lot of wisdom to share. And you're really quite charming. And it's interesting, too, because I feel like when strangers see you and if they get a chance to interact with you, when you walk away, they're left craving more. And they always want to know, like, they want to know more about you. They're always left, like, wondering, like, who is this person really? And can I find out more about this person? You always leave people hungry for more. That's what I'm getting. They want to, like, know you better, or, like, get to know you better. Yeah, that's what I'm really picking up on for you. So now what I want to do is just, like, shuffle again and then have Spirit add to this conversation. So Spirit, can you add to this conversation? And by the way, if you're enjoying this so far, please like and comment and subscribe. Thank you so much. So Spirit, please add to this conversation for group 2. Oh, wow, we got 2. So we got the Page of Wands and the Chariot. Let's get some clarifiers here, Spirit. Let's split the deck. We have the Page of Needles. Let's split the deck again. We have Justice, and then how about one more split? 4 of Candles. Yeah, I'll put that there. And 8 of Potions. So, yeah. What I'm sensing here based on these cards and clarifiers is that people are attracted to you initially when they see you. But they do get the sense or feeling that you have very high standards. Okay? Because this is the 8 of Cups, and that can be about walking away. So sometimes people may be afraid of rejection. Now, the Chariot is for somebody who's really moving forward. You seem like a mover and a shaker. You seem like somebody who you walk with intention, you walk with purpose, and you don't really lollygag. You're not all about, like, wasting time. You really don't like to waste time. People can tell that about you, whether that be true or not, but this is just how people feel about you, is that they see you and they're like, wow, that person, they kind of look like they're in a hurry, or they have more important things to do. And 4 of Candles is like, it's about celebration. It's about, you may also get people that, what I'm getting is you may get people that actually fall in love with you very fast, or like they may pin their hopes and dreams on you. That's what I'm getting. It's like you get strangers that kind of see you and they're like, oh my gosh, that person is my twin flame. Or like, that person's my other half. I'm in love. Or you may get exes that just never get over you. And they don't move on from you. And Page of Needles is the Page of Swords. And so, that tells me that people, when they see you, they are very curious about you, because this is all about curiosity. And it can be about gossip and things like that. So I think that sometimes people may talk about you behind your back, even if it's just whispers about you, like, who is that person? Or like, can you tell me about that person? Are they single? Or what are they all about? Who is that? Okay. People definitely want to know more about you. They can't just walk by you and not wonder who you are and what are you all about? Or like, I even heard, where did you come from? Justice. Justice card is here. Means you're very beautiful. You could be very symmetrical. Um, Also, you don't have to be symmetrical to be beautiful, but you may have a lot of facial symmetry. You are coming across as somebody who is, well, I would say, yeah, very, oh, really, Spirit? I'm sorry. I have to say it because Spirit just told me. This card can mean something else. Sometimes people of the same gender may really, really like you, and they may fall in love with you. You could have friends that fall in love with you, like friends of the same gender that fall in love with you. And if you're into that, cool. But even if you're not into that, you may experience that, because this card can be about that. It can be about both genders like you, okay? So people do tend to, I mean, you attract a lot of people. You seem to have a universal type of beauty, and you seem to be appealing to many different types of people, genders, and just people in general, okay? And people may wonder about your preferences and be like, do I have a chance with this person? Do they like my type? Like, what is their type? Okay? They may wonder about your type quite a bit. So now what I would like to do is I would like to segue into the confirmations. So hopefully you'll join me for this part. This can be fun. I might say your birthday or your astrological sign. I may say something about a family member or friend. Just depends. Maybe I'll mention a crush's name or some family members' names. You never know. But I have Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, and Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant for you or somebody that you know. We have a September birthday, a February birthday, a May birthday, and a December birthday. Somebody here could have been born on the 12th, 5th, 2nd, or 9th of any month, the 11th, the 16th, the 28th, the 30th, okay? Or any combination of those dice for a birthday. Now, let's go ahead and get some names. I just heard Jacqueline. Okay. Lelena. So I may say your name. I might say some people you know, their names, okay? Take whatever resonates, leave the rest. And allow this to be just extra confirmation. And if anything that I say resonates, please do let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much. I heard Johanna, and also Lily, Lillian, Lily Ann, Anna, Lilo, Lola, Axel. So if you don't hear me say your name, though, look for your name spelled out. You can duplicate letters if you need to. If everything's there except one letter, it still counts. And just if you don't see your name spelled out or whatever, just look for your initials, okay? Paige and Don, Daniel, Danielle, Daniela, Kylie, Makira, Michaela, Mackenzie, Jordan, Jackie, Paris, Ashley, Ella, Bella, Belle, Olivia, Dalton, Dustin, Rusty, Russell, Ravisha, Jenica, that's a pretty name, Danica, Annika, Elba, that could be somebody's last name, Jess, Jenny, Genevieve, Guinevere, Katiana, Kate, Betsy Madonna. That's an interesting name. Madeline or Maddie, Addison, Heath, Christian, Christopher, Christoph, George, Yorgos, Bailey, Brad. Somebody's last name could be Bradshaw. Fatima or Fatima, Shakti, Marvain. Okay, that could be somebody's first or last name. I'm not sure. I haven't heard that name before. Bobby, Caleb, Leanne, Vito, Sergio, Lucius, Emiliano, Bria, Annabelle, Otis. I heard McGee. That could be somebody's last name. McGee. Howie, Howard, Kev or Kevin, LaDonna, Margot, Andy, Shri, Shelly, Ron, Rhonda, Rondell or Ronell, and Selena. That's what I'm getting for you, group 2. You can also do a fun thing that's called Spiritual Scrabble, where you look in here. I also see Leslie. But yeah, you can look in here and see. I'll give you an example. Sky. I'm seeing Sky. Somebody here could, maybe the name is Sky, is Skylar or whatever. Or somebody likes to go skydiving or likes adventure sports. Somebody here could be really into like fantasy football too, I'm hearing. The name Dakota, or somebody could be from South Dakota. Jersey, I heard Jersey. Somebody could be from New Jersey. Paige. Somebody could be pagan as a religion. Pagan religion. Somebody could like Ziggy. Is it Ziggy Pop or something like that? I'm not sure. Izzy, or the name Izzy. Okay. Iggy Pop. That's right. Iggy Pop, not Ziggy Pop. You'll have to forgive me for some of these things. Oh, goodness. Okay. So you could be a fan of Iggy Pop. I don't know why I'm seeing like Peppa Pig. So it's possible somebody might have little kids that watch that show or something like that. Okay. Georgia. Somebody could be from Kentucky, Arizona, Arkansas. Shailene. Oh, that's a pretty name. I don't think I've ever heard that name, Shailene, before, but I like that. Eileen. Long Island. Somebody could be from Long Island. So you just form different words with the things that you see here. Gerald. Okay. Gerard. I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Remember, it is because of people like you that are helping this channel to stay alive and grow, so thank you. Every time you like, comment, and subscribe, you're keeping the channel and the community healthy and growing. Thanks so much for your support. If you liked today's video, and if you can think of a friend that you want to share it with, that would be awesome. Remember, you can watch as many piles as you felt drawn to, and if you need a personal reading, check out the information in my description box below or visit my website to learn more at www.mysticrosepsychic.com. My prices are very affordable and it's always so much fun to connect with y'all. By now, you may have heard about the opportunity to join my Patreon community. I do offer 2 exclusive readings on there each week. There are very spicy love readings. There are all kinds of topics on there. You get to vote on the topics and you get to make topic suggestions. So yeah, it all starts at only $3 a month. So check it out, and I hope to see you on over there at my Patreon. So for a link to my Patreon, please look in my description box below. Also, if you haven't yet checked out my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, feel free to do so. I'll provide a link in the description box below, and you can head on over and check it out. It's a lot of fun. Also, thank you to those of you who watch my videos, who like the videos, who share the videos, and who comment on the videos. Thank you to all my subscribers, new and returning. Thank you so much to all my Patreon members and my channel members who support the channel monetarily. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can become a channel member for only $5 a month, or you can look in my description box below for more ways that you can donate to the channel. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated, and it does help me to purchase things for the channel, such as candles, tarot cards, oracle cards, gemstones, and different things like that. So thank you so much for being here today. Stay beautiful, and until next time, take good care. Bye. Hi Group 3, if you're here because you chose the Ruby ZOISITE or Image 3, you're in the right place for your Tarot Pick-a-Card reading. How do strangers perceive your beauty at first sight? Well, let's go ahead and take a deep dive into this topic. I'll go ahead and connect with Spirit, and then we can begin. Spirit, please be here with me now and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 3 about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do. Please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. Today, I'll be using the Nightmare Before Christmas Tim Burton Disney Tarot deck. I just got this a couple days ago, and I find it to be very cute, and I really like the illustrations. If you like today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for those of you who are new, or for those of you who haven't subscribed yet. It's free, and I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. Thank you so much. Spirit, how do strangers perceive their beauty? So we have the, we have the Temperance. Interesting. We have the 7 of Needles. We have the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. We have the 7 of Potions. We also have the Emperor. We have the 10 of Needles. We have the 9 of Needles. Oh my goodness. And we have the Ace of Needles. Ah! Oh, this should be fun. Okay. This one here just cracks me up. Well, I'll get to that, but let me start here with the Temperance and the, I'll hold these up for you. Temperance and the 7 of Cups, okay? So, when strangers first see you, how do they perceive your beauty? I would say they're definitely intrigued by you. And when they first see you, they're a little bit bedazzled, or a little bit, would that be the right word? Dazzled? Maybe not bedazzled, but dazzled. Okay? Mesmerized. You have that kind of beauty that's like an elixir. And your looks are intoxicating, and your energy is intoxicating too. You're carrying yourself with a lot of elegance, okay? And also you know how to like wear the right clothes that really bring out some of your personality traits and your best features too, and really emphasize your best features. And you have a softness about you. You're like a dream. I just heard that. You're like a dream. But you also have like a toughness to you too. So you're kind of a mix between a softness and a toughness. Some people may wonder if you are angelic. Okay, like literally angelic. I was hearing, are they an angel or is this a mirage? You leave strangers kind of floating in a fantasy, because this card is about fantasizing. Yes, you get strangers fantasizing about you, and this really says that to me too. people get excited about you. They do, like physically excited about you. And mentally, they have a lot of fantasies about you. We do have the 7 of Needles with the Emperor. So you're coming off as somebody who, your beauty is graceful, your beauty is otherworldly, but you could be a little hard to pin down with the 7 of Needles and the Emperor here. People have a hard time figuring you out. So, even though you're very dreamy and you're very soft, sometimes the Emperor here says that you can also have a very powerful, commanding presence about you, a very strong presence about you, and that can really throw people off. People are like, whoa, wait, what? It's almost like, it cracks me up because just when people think they have you all figured out, they see a different side of you. It's really cute. Like, you are seriously very multifaceted as a person. You're the kind of person that, like, you know, there's a structure to your style and the way you dress. Also, the way you stand with your body language and stuff like that, or the way you look at people. People can just kind of sense that, like, you have leadership skills. You are somebody who could be an authority figure or somebody who is in charge of other people. You have a lot of confidence, and you seem to have a lot of, like, inner power. You definitely are giving off boss energy here with the Emperor, okay? So, it's almost like when you walk into a room, you own it. You own it. And people can definitely sense that about you. You're the one that everyone notices. The Hanged Man and the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Needles is the 10 of Swords. Now, this is very interesting, very deep, I would say, because the Hanged Man makes your beauty come off as, like, almost haunting. People see your eyes and they see something in your eyes. They see something behind the surface. They see a soulful type of stillness. Your eyes might be eerie for some people. You might have had some people say, oh my gosh, when I look in your eyes, it's scary. I can see the universe in your eyes, or something like that. Like, there's a wholeness in your eyes. It's like people can look in your eyes and see the whole entire universe. And, like, it can be a little scary, a little overwhelming, and a little haunting. When strangers see your beauty, they sense this about you, that you're somebody who has gone through quite a lot of pain and you've overcome it. You've triumphed over it, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you're not just somebody who's physically attractive, you're also very fascinating as a person. So I do think that with these cards here in combination, I feel that some people are very drawn to your strength. And they may notice too about you that you're in a very, you're either in very good shape or you like to take care of your body. We do have the Hierophant with the 9 of Needles, which is the 9 of Swords. So this tells me that you might be a little bit more intimidating than you realize when you're in public and when strangers are, you know, viewing you. The Hierophant tells me that, like, you know, you have this kind of attitude about you where you're really radiating, like, a lot of wisdom. And you may have this kind of attitude like, well, okay, don't come at me unless you come correct, or, like, you know, people might assume that you're somebody with a very strong set of principles. I'll just say that. And the High Priestess is, like, you know, it's kind of like the High Priestess in the fact that, like, you're like an old soul. Okay, with the Hierophant there, you have the vibes of, like, a spiritual teacher. But then we pair this with, like, the 9 of Swords, which is interesting. And it means that your beauty also has a lot of intensity. Okay? A lot of intensity. And some people just kind of look at you and they think that you're hard to reach or that you're guarded, because that's the Wounded Warrior card. So that you might have walls up. There's definitely like a seriousness to your aura. And you definitely walk into a room and like people respect you. They tend to respect you. But also some people might feel they're not good enough for you. Or they may feel not good enough to approach you. But it kind of adds to your mysterious hotness in a way. If I'm being honest. Because this is your overall energy, does tell me that you do have a striking hotness about you that gets people's wheels turning in their head about you. And this is your overall energy here. Your beauty is striking. Ace of Wands is a card that really tells me as a reader that like when people first see you, they do think of you as like a very sharp person, somebody who's extremely articulate. You know how to put things into words that, you know, in ways that people can understand. You have like this expressiveness about you that can light up a room. Your eyes can light up a room. Your smile can light up a room. And there's an intensity about you for sure. So you've got this like a mysterious kind of vibe about you going on. Okay? And then you've got this powerful and commanding presence about you, and this soulfulness and this depth and this sharpness. So you're not just beautiful, you're legendary. Yeah, you're giving off the energy of somebody who could really change somebody's whole entire life just by walking past them, which is kind of an interesting concept. But if you think about like crystalline energy, you know exactly what I mean. People do definitely want to impress you. People dream about you. You might even be somebody's muse without even knowing it. People could draw pictures of you. People could write poems about you. People could write songs about you. But sometimes people may kind of see you as like somebody that they could never have a chance with or they don't deserve. And some people might think that you could break their heart. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some more. Spirit, can you add to this conversation? Oh, wow. People want to immediately give you compliments. They do. They really want to give you some of the best compliments when they see you. But a lot of times they just hold back because they don't want to look weird or pathetic or groveling at your feet. I don't know. It's really, it's an interesting thing. It's like people don't want to like humble themselves or like, I don't know. It's really an interesting thing. But like somehow people feel like lowering themselves in your presence or something like that, and they want to give you a lot of compliments because that can be about giving a lot of compliments. Knight of Presence. Knight of Presence is the Knight of Pentacles, and you make people want to commit to you. That's about commitment. Some people look at you and they think that you look like you're a very stable person and somebody who they would like to commit to. Seriously. Four of Candles tells me that people fall in love with you very easily. And a lot of people would like to settle down with you or, you know, marry you, take it to the next level with you. Seriously. A lot of people would consider you to be like marriage material. People may fall in love with you really, really fast as well. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is for investments. So, people want to invest in you. Basically, the Seven of Pentacles, it's about manifesting and investing. So, and I just heard, I will wait for you. So, like, people, okay, you get people strangely in love with you, people that you're not even sometimes interested in, that will proclaim that they love you, or they'll give wear their heart on their sleeve for you and all of this, but like you may not even be interested in them, but like you've got a trail of people that are in love with you. Ha, interesting. Temperance tells me again that you're like very balanced. And people see you as somebody who has a lot of like earth angel energy. Like I said earlier, like, is that an angel or am I seeing a mirage? Like, I'm not kidding. This is the card of an earth angel. So that's confirmation. I'm going to ring my bell. People think you're like an earth angel, okay? For real. Eight of Needles is Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. You might have had a weight loss, or people notice some kind of huge difference in your personal appearance when they see you. But strangers probably wouldn't know that if they've never seen you before. But they would notice you're really attractive, but only probably you would know this. A complete stranger wouldn't know this about you. But you would know this if you've reached one of your like goals. This card could be just highlighting that here. That you might have had a weight loss or reached a fitness goal or reached some kind of goal. Maybe you had a procedure done, a beauty treatment or beauty procedure or like a cosmetic procedure. Okay, you could have had some enhancements or something like that. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. But whatever this is, like, you know, with the Eight of Needles and that Temperance, people think you look angelic and you look like the picture of perfection. And I would also say that some people get very jealous of you and they may start drama. And this, you know, you had the Ace of Swords earlier too. I mean, some people could gossip about you. Okay? Interesting. Very interesting. Now, let's go ahead and get some confirmations. I'll do some astro dice and some name channeling. So you could be born in February or April or November or January, or the 1st, 11th, 4th, 12th, 23rd of any month, 27th of any month, the 5th of any month, the 16th of any month. You could be maybe you or a family member or somebody you know. This could be really about anybody. You could hear like let's say you have a child, you could hear your child's birthday or something like that. Let that be extra confirmation that this is definitely your pile. But we have a birthday of a Cancer birthday, 2 Cancer birthdays, Aries and Capricorn, and then Taurus. Okay. Let's go ahead now and get some names. I might say your name, or maybe some people that you know. Let that be extra confirmation that this is definitely your pile. I just heard Cliff or Clifford. Kent. And Stephen, Stephanie. So if you don't hear me say your name, look in the letter tiles for your name spelled out or your initials. If you're looking for your name spelled out, if everything's there except one letter, it still counts. And you can duplicate letters if you need to. I might even say a family member's name, because if I do, let that just be extra confirmation, okay? Or a friend's name. The name Binta, Winnie, Winifred, Winston, Charlie, Quentin, Quincy, Jonathan, Abria, Virginia, Virgil, Jane, Janie, Jaylene, Gemma, Jenna, Brad, Bridget, Suki, Sukaru, Sheena, Desi, Elena, Alana, Ashton, Cody, Mindy, Mandy, Micah, Oliver, Eli, Lydia, Bobby, Cedric, Billy, Faye, Kalia, Roxanne, Daisy, Fanique, Ebony, Caden, Angela, Angelo, Danette, Colin, Homer, Shanique, Savannah, Felicia, Connie, Conrad, Portia, Becky, Nina, Nani, Renee, Janaya, Denia, Danelle, Danette, Joy, and Coy, and Connor, okay, Adeline, Addison, Robert, okay, yeah, Dorothy, or Dot, Dottie, Lottie, Letty, and that's what I'm getting for you. So you can also play spiritual Scrabble here. Like I see PIC. Somebody here could be a photographer, or you take a lot of selfies, post them maybe on social media, and yeah. You take really nice pictures of yourself. Like you're very photogenic, I'm hearing from Spirit. Oh, you're very hot. Hottie. Hottie with a body. You're very hot. And I also heard Hezekiah, or yeah, Hezekiah. Okay. And Jericho. Okay. Somebody could have a motorcycle or ride motorcycles, specifically a crotch rocket. Okay. Somebody could own a Porsche or drive a Porsche. Somebody could be a seamstress. I am seeing hem. Somebody could work in a pub or be a waitress, waiter. And the name Betsy, Elizabeth, Aurora. Somebody could be from Tennessee. Tuxedo. I think that's a town, but I'm not sure where. Somebody could drive a BMW. Somebody could be a therapist. Somebody could drive a bus or take a bus a lot for different things like work or whatever. Maybe you live in the city. I am seeing city. I heard Vatican City, so somebody could live in Rome or Italy or be Italian. Somebody could like baseball. I'm seeing in my mind's eye like Pope Leo, so maybe the name Leo or something like that. Okay. Or Justin. I heard that the Pope Leo is related to like 7 or 8 famous people, including Angelina Jolie, Justin Bieber, Madonna. I was like, okay. How does that happen? They're all related. But anyway. So, yes. Let me know if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and leave me a comment. that would be awesome. Or like this video, and please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already, as I would love to have you be part of this community. And I also have a second channel. I'm building a community over there at my second channel. It's called Mystic Rose Tarot Collective. So if you want to become a rosebud and join that tarot collective, that would be great. I would love to have you be part of that community. You can find a link to my free other channel, and I do collective readings over there. It's really fun. So yeah, check it out and see if it speaks to you. And if so, I would love to have you join there. And also, you might have heard by now about my Patreon. I do have a Patreon account, and it's quite fun. I do all kinds of like spicy readings and different things like that over there. And it's only like $3 a month, so it's really fun. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. And also, I was gonna say, if you'd like to become a channel member or donate to the channel, there's more information in the description box on how to do that. Thank you so much to all of my channel members and Patreon members for being a monetary contributor. I really appreciate that. It helps me to keep the channel going as far as like buying like candles and like tarot cards and gemstones and oracle cards and stuff like that to keep the channel fun and interesting. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here today. Stay beautiful, and until next time, take good care. Bye.